Hi friends, it's Lisa Mears here. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm sharing this month's club goodies from the Stamps of Life. For July 2025, we've got a fun theme which is chips and dip. And in today's video, I'll be unboxing the card kit, the Stamp Club, and the Die Hard Club sets. And after the unboxing, I will show you how I made some cards with these products. So this month's Stamp and Die Hard Club set is called Chips Galore. Here's the inspiration card. And then here's a look at the stamp set. You get a big bowl of dip and some chips to put in the bowl. There's lots of playful, punny sentiments such as thanks for being dependable. Just in case so, I don't tell you enough. I value our friend Chip. Just dipping in to say hello. We have the best friend Chip. Sorry, I was a dip. And your not so average friend. And if you're a member of the Stamp Club, you'll get the stamp set. And if you're a member of the Die Hard Club, you'll get the stamp and the coordinating dice set. So let's move on to the card kit. This card kit goes along with the same chip and dip theme. This is the one-of-a-kind collection. Here is the idea card with some examples of how you can use your card kit. In every card kit, you always get a storage plastic envelope that you can store your cardstock or your card kit contents inside. You also get a pack of A2 size envelopes for your finished cards. The colors of cardstock include Pool, Sunshine, Green Apple, Sunflower, Strawberry, Midnight, Twig, Ginger Snap, and there are 4 sheets of powdered sugar. So that is the color palette. You'll see that a lot of the items in this kit correspond with this color palette. So moving on, there is the pattern paper pad. This first pattern paper has the bag of chips. Then you also have this diagonal plaid. This is going to be seen throughout this paper pad with all of the different colors of the cardstock that you just saw. You also have the one-of-a-kind, which is the name of the card kit, and you also get the one-of-a-kind word die included in this kit, which includes the same font that you see there in the paper pad. There's another one of the diagonal plaid papers in the darker brown, and then you also get the sheet of die cuts, so you can use your coordinating dies to die cut these die cuts out of the paper pad. And I love these because they're already colored for you. These are always the same images on the stamp set, only they're colored for you, which makes for such quick and easy cards. Here's a sheet of potato chips. You also have that diagonal plaid pattern in the pool color and again in the sunflower color. And then here's another sheet of die cuts. You have the potato chips. Now that sheet you would need the additional dies if you wanted to die cut them, and those dies are called More Chips Galore dies, and that's a separate purchase on the Stamps of Life website. And if you don't have those, you can always just use your scissors and fussy cut those images out of the paper pad. So that is the Stamps of Life one-of-a-kind paper pad. Also included in this kit is the A1 reverse corner card front. You can see that the bottom corners have little notches on the sides, so they're kind of cut out. This is an entire A1 size card base. And then you also get a layering piece to go on top, and there are 2 large word dies, one that says Chip Chip Hooray and one that says Happy B-Day. There is a sheet of sentiment stickers included in this kit. And there is a sheet of puffy stickers with the 2 potato chip bags and then the potato chips and the tortilla chips. There are also some white square sticker embellishments and some blue embellishments. These are the enamel dots. They have white polka dots on them. Very pretty. You also get some silver glitter washi tape in this kit. And that's it for the card kit for the month of July. If you are interested in joining one of the Stamps of Life clubs, check the link down in the description box below, as I will have that down there for you. And if you do use my link to sign up, you also get $5 in bonus club points to spend in the Stamps of Life store. You can also use my coupon code Lisa Mears. So let's go ahead and make some cards with these products. For my first card, I'll be using the A1 reverse corner card die set. I die cut the card base with the pool cardstock, and then the layering die with this fun polka dot pattern paper from the paper pad. I chose the polka dot pattern paper because I thought it would be fun for a birthday card, and I thought it would be fun paired with the Chip Chip Hooray word die. Remember, that die comes with this card die set. So I die cut the Chip Chip Hooray out of the strawberry or the red cardstock, and then the shadow out of the sunflower cardstock. So I just layered those two pieces together, and now I'm going to work on the rest of the card front. I am going to be bringing in these banner dies from Scrapbookcom. And using that banner there, I die cut it with some of the strawberry or the red cardstock. And then I took this small little triangular die and I die cut that out of 3 different colors of cardstock, which is going to be used for the layering pieces on top of those triangles. This banner is so easy to put together. I'm using a green, a blue, and a yellow cardstock for those triangles, and I'm just going to layer those right on top of the red banner. So I'm going to hold this up here so that you can see what it looks like when it's finished. And then I'm going to glue it to that polka dot pattern paper. It's going to extend slightly off of the edges of that pattern paper, but that's okay because I'll just use my scissors to snip off any excess. Once I do that, I am going to add the sentiment Chip Chip Hooray. Now, I also thought about changing the different words into different colors, and that would just consist of die cutting this sentiment with 3 different colors and just cutting out each word and then gluing each word to a sentiment that is intact. So I'm going to go ahead and add the puffy sticker of the potato chip, and I want to put a party hat on him. So I went through my stash again and pulled out these party hat dies from Pretty Pink Posh, and I'm using the smallest party hat die, which I die cut out of red cardstock. I also have the layering piece with the dots die cut out of the blue or the pool cardstock, and then the little pom-pom for the top out of the sunshine or the yellow cardstock. And then I just need to glue these pieces together. So the blue cardstock will go on top of the red, and then I'm going to put a little dab of glue at the top of the hat and add the pom-pom. If you're interested in any of these additional products that I'm using to make my cards, I will have links for these products down in the description box below and on my coordinating blog post, which will also be down below. So I had to put some foam adhesive on the back of the party hat, and then I'm putting some glue at the very bottom of the party hat. The glue will be attached to the potato chip, and then the foam on the back of the party hat is pressed onto the flat card. So I had to pop it up a little bit because that puffy sticker has some dimension to it, and I wanted to make sure that the party hat also had that dimension to it as well. So I went ahead and added that layer to the front of the card base, and then I'm folding the card base at the score line. And the card could be finished here, or if you want, you can add an inside to this card. So I just took that layering die again and die cut it with some white cardstock, and I'm adding a sentiment sending cool birthday vibes to the center of the layering piece. And then I'll add that to the inside of the card base. I think this is such a fun birthday card. So this card is a little bit smaller than a standard A2 size card. It's measured at 3.5 inches by 4 7/8 inches. So a little bit smaller than your standard 4 1/4 by 5.5 inch A2 size card. For my next card, I am going to be bringing in these Pink and Main zigzag rectangles. These are nesting dies. I have some rectangles and circles. I die cut the sunshine paper out of the large rectangle and then the pool cardstock out of the small circle die. I really love this zigzag edge. It's pretty much the same type of edge that's on that chip bag, so I thought it would really go well with this design. It also has some stitching all along the outside there, and I cut this pattern paper of the chip bag so that it can be positioned right inside of that stitching on that rectangle. So if you happen to have these same dies, that pattern paper I cut to 4 3/4 by 3.5 inches, and then on the reverse of that chip pattern paper is that red diagonal plaid pattern paper, and I cut that to 4 3/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these pieces together. That red diagonal plaid paper is going to be positioned right across the lower portion of the chip paper, and then I added the circle off to the right, and then I also added that chip paper on to the yellow background layer. And then I'm using these puffy stickers of the tortilla chip and the potato chip, and I'm going to pop those right onto the circle. And then I'm going to bring in the sentiment, I value our friend chip, and I'm going to add that on top of the red pattern paper. So I just stamped that out onto some white cardstock with some black ink and then cut it out into a rectangle shape. Next, I'm going to add that entire layer to an A2 size card base, and that card is complete. For my next card, I have the potato chip pattern paper that I cut to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and the green diagonal plaid paper is 4 1/8 by 2, so I just added the green pattern to the bottom portion of the potato chip pattern paper, and then I'm going to take the washi tape and put it right over that line that connects those two pieces of pattern paper. So I'll just snip that off to give it a straight edge, and then I'm also going to be bringing in the green potato chip bag as well as the stack of potato chips, and I'm going to go ahead and add those to my card. I add the potato chip bag first, and then the pile of potato chips, that is going to be popped up with some foam so that it is slightly on top of the potato chip bag. So I'm just going to add some foam to the back. I just found some foam scraps in my stash, so I'm just cutting it down so that it fits on the back of the potato chips, and then adding that to the back, and then I will pop that up on my card. For the sentiment, I'm using the one from the sticker sheet that says "Find joy in the simple things." I did add some foam to the back of the sentiment, so that's popped up as well. I chose that sentiment because it matches with the same green color scheme. And potato chips are pretty simple, right? So I'll go ahead and add that layer to a piece of the green cardstock that I cut to 4 1/4 by 5.5 inches, and then I'm layering that entire piece onto an A2 size white card base, and that card is also complete. For my next card, I have this piece of striped pattern paper. I cut that to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then I have the polka dot paper. I don't recall off the top of my head what I had cut that to, but I will have it listed on my blog post. I thought it would be more fun to tilt that diagonal paper a little bit instead of putting it just straight on that striped layer. So I am going to tilt it a little bit to the side, and some of the corners will be going off of the pattern paper, the striped pattern paper, but that's okay because then I'll just use my scissors and cut that down so that it has a straight edge. So I'm going to take the bowl of salsa or cheese, whatever you want it to be. And I'm going to stamp a sentiment on top of that bowl. And the sentiment is just dipping in to say hello. So I just lined that up and stamped it out with some black ink. Okay, so I'll move that out of the way. And I also have the puffy sticker of the tortilla chips that I'm using. And since that puffy sticker has some depth to it, I had to put some foam on the back of the bowl of dip. Since that bowl of dip is going to be slightly overlapping the chip bag, it needs to be raised up a little bit more, so that's why that foam had to be added to the back. And then I'm going to be also bringing in the puffy sticker of the tortilla chip, the little character guy, and I'm putting some foam on the back of him as well because he is going to be raised right above the bowl. So I'm going to put it so that his feet are right on the edge of the bowl. If you wanted to put his feet in the bowl, you can do that, but I thought it was cute just having him standing on the edge of the bowl. And then I'm going to add that entire layer to a white A2 size card base. And I'll finish this up by just adding some of the blue and white enamel dots to my card. And this card is complete. So that will include all of the cards I made with the Stamps of Life Club products for July of 2025. I would love to hear which card is your favorite. Just leave me a comment down below. And if you're interested in joining a Stamps of Life club, be sure to check the link down in the description box for more information. If you want to see up close pictures of my cards and more details, head over to my coordinating blog post at Lisa Mears Designs. Thanks for watching everyone and have a great day. Bye bye.